lives.
Yes, we are live. Greetings, greetings in the name of Jesus. We welcome you. We welcome. Thank you so much for joining in. My name is Tabs, and I'm with Prophetess Non-Clanta, the one who disappeared last week. She went. We could not trace her, we could not find her, but we thank God she's here. And thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. We welcome you. It's going to be a great day. We are so happy to be here. We are so grateful. We thank the Lord. Woman of God, please greet our viewers at home.
Hello, everybody. I greet you all in the mighty name of the Lord Jesus Christ. And first and foremost, before I say anything else, I want to really apologize from the heart about last week. It was situations beyond my control.
Oh my God.
So we suffer from the disease, load shedding. It wasn't load shedding as such, it was a power outage, really. But yeah, 44 hours without electricity, and without electricity, it means there's no devices. So yeah, that's the reason that I wasn't here. So I'm really, really, really sorry. Please forgive me.
Oh, woman of God, apology accepted. We really understand. We know in
Thank
South
you.
Africa this load shedding. And woman of God, let's begin to share. Let's call our friends. Let's begin to share before we enter. Let's start sharing. Let's start sharing. Please help us to share. Let's call others. Let's call others.
Mhm.
Let's begin to share. Let's begin to share. Let's share in different groups. Let's share. I don't know what's happening. I haven't received even a notification that we are live already. So let's share. Let's begin to share. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your messages. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Woman of God, let's begin to share. Let's begin to share while we are waiting for others to join in. Let's begin to share. Yes. We are sharing. Please help us to share. Asibeni baningi today. Share the link. We can post it on your WhatsApp. We are sharing. Let's begin to share. Woman of God, while we are waiting for our friends to join us, while we are waiting for other children of God to join us. So last week we were doing the reason you are single, woman of God. So, oh my God, what happened? Banyamalala kanjalo. Okay, while we are waiting for her to come back to us, let's begin to share. Please help me to share because we are waiting for our friends. We are so happy to be here. It was a very long week. I don't know how was your week. Please also comment. Today we are doing understanding the long distance relationship. You know, a lot of people, they've been asking me, they've been begging me, they've been, asking, woman of God, please talk about long distance relationship. And today I want to talk about that. Okay, then she comes. Today we want to talk about long distance relationship. It's not an easy thing. Woman of God, welcome back. What happened?
Thank you so much. I don't know. It took me out of the studio, but I'm glad that I'm back now. Technology.
Yeah, I was still saying now, please, share ngokwakho, what do you think women of God are single? Because from last week we waited for you. We know which when you have those strong points. We wanted to hear from you so bad. What is she going to say? So But we thank God for another chance. Here you are today. Please share for
Mhm.
us before we enter our new topic, the new topic of this week.
There's always two sides to every story. You know, there's good and bad reasons women of God are single. Let me not say good and bad. Maybe let's say valid and invalid reasons. Let me
Yes.
start with the invalid reasons. You know, unrealistic expectations,
Okay.
expecting somebody that's perfect, somebody that does not need any work or help, you know, in their life. That is partly the reasons why we as women of God we remain single. You know, for instance, wanting somebody who's already built up, have everything. They come with a
Yes.
mansion, a fleet of cars, and all these things all at once. Those are the reasons, the unrealistic expectations. But then
Yes.
the valid
Yes.
reasons is mainly because, you know, as a woman, when you take God, accept Christ, and you become a woman of God, you really mean it, and you find that there are a lot of guys that, you know, they just take this thing by mouth only, and you are
Yes.
focused, you
Yes.
know what you want, you know what you need, you know what, you know, your part in the field, in the work of God, and you know where you are going, and you know exactly what you want. Sometimes that is intimidating. Sometimes that is appearing to the guys as if you are rude or snobbish, or, you know, uyazicabangela, you think you better
That's
because
true.
you are a woman of God, and all of those things. So
That's
there's
true.
a whole misunderstanding of women of God out there.
Yes. So, woman of God, thank you so much for your point. That is very true. Hey, that is so true. And like we were saying, oh, thank you, Bongiwe, PPPBP. I'm sorry to pronounce your name wrong. Please help us to share. Please help us to share, Bongiwe. Let's call others. Let's call others. We know it's
Hmm.
cold. It's Friday, but we have news here. We have it's
Yes.
going to be very nice. So help us to share, guys. Help us to share. Please help us to share. Let's share. Let's share. Woman of God, yes, thank you so much for saying that. You know, as women of God, we experience that every day.
Hmm.
You know, the way God is raising women these days is so amazing, because you found a woman that is so much independent, anesonto lakhe, you know, as
Hmm.
mele, anointed, powerful. And for that person to get married, or that person to have a peaceful relationship, it will only take grace. It will only
Yep,
take grace,
that's
I
true.
promise you. So that's how we experience this downfall. I don't know how to call it, but I can say it's a downfall, because we don't plan for that. As children of God, we deserve a peaceful relationships. We
Hmm.
deserve to be loved. We deserve to be protected. You know, when you're a woman of God, the only thing you need, when you know God is there, God is protecting you. You
Hmm.
just want okay, okay. Bongi uti Carol. Okay, Bongi we Carol. I can't pronounce short by saying Gobo. I think maybe you were trying to text somebody. Yes, so we thank God. We thank God. Woman of God, let's enter into today's topic.
Hmm.
Um, you know, most people they've been asking me, woman of God, can you please share your experience on long distance relationship? Because hey, it's a very difficult one. So just
Very.
share with us. Just share with us, Uti, how are you? How is this thing done exactly? And just share your experience. But woman of God, I want you to share your experience. Have you been into a long distance relationship before?
Yeah, yes, I have been a couple of times, top of my head, twice that I can think of. Yeah.
Okay, and how was the
Hmm.
experience? According to how was the experience? What can you teach us today?
The experience, it is good for somebody that's, you know, you need to have a heart for it. I'm not gonna lie, you need to have a heart for it, because there's a
That's
lot
true.
of things that as women we have, when we have, a partner, somebody that we call my man. When you have that, there are a lot of things that, suddenly rise up in you. And when you're in a long distance relationship, you do not have room for that, because those things cannot be addressed at that time. So there's a lot that
Mm.
you have to deal with, that personally you have to deal with within the relationship and with the other person as well. So you need to have a heart for it. You need to be somebody that's patient, somebody that's confident, somebody that's, you don't have a lot of insecurities, and yeah, somebody that knows themselves and they trust their judgment upon things, because you will need to be using that a lot. So yeah, it's fun, it's great, it's awesome, because it's like you are in two different worlds all the time that you talk, but you really need to have a heart for it.
So tell me the good part of it.
The good part, as I mentioned, it's sharing your worlds, sharing worlds whilst you are apart, and you feel like you are close together. Especially with technology now, you get it to even like have moments where you are on video, to talking to each other as if you're seeing each other now. You share experiences, you share what you're doing at that time. All of that is fun. Um,
Yeah.
there's no way that he can escape not sending you these cute little messages all the time, because texting is all that there is. You are sure to be getting phone calls and all those things. And it's also nice when you finally, like, when you get to meet and be together in
Wow.
person. There's also that,
Okay.
that all of that, uh, I don't know what to call it, maybe anticipation of, oh my god, this person, I haven't seen them in such a time, and we've shared a lot and all
Yeah,
of those
yeah,
things. And
yeah.
when that
Yes.
finally happens, there is another, it's like unleashing a new world for your
Yeah.
relationship as well. So that's the good part about it.
Yes. No, that's true, woman of God. That's very true. First thing that I want to share. Maybe let's share the good side of it before going to the bad
Mhm.
side of it. Um, for someone who likes to work, for someone who's always busy, a long distance relationship, it's perfect for that person, because
Mhm.
you don't have somebody that you're going to see tomorrow. You don't have somebody that will say, I'm waiting for you at home.
Yeah.
You get enough time to do everything that you want to do. And for someone that is planning, you get enough time to plan for whatever. Let's say you're planning for a wedding, you're planning for lobola,
Mhm.
you get enough time to save, because good, there is not going out often. And but one thing for sure, you need to have enough airtime or enough money for data,
That's
because
true.
the only
That's
thing
very
that
true.
keeps you together, it's only a cell phone. It's only
Mhm.
through your
Mhm.
calls. That's the only thing that keeps you together. And the good side of it, again, it's when you know that someone I love, it's so somebody that loves me, it's somewhere. I mean, he's somewhere or she's somewhere waiting for
Mhm.
me. And you get to be so disciplined. You get enough time to pray. You get enough
Mhm.
time.
Mhm.
It puts you in a good space. It puts you in a good space. Iyaqoqa nje, iyaqoqa
Yeah.
ukuwena. You get enough time for yourself to think, to work on yourself. If there's something, I like this pastor who once said, there's oil for everything. If Gutish, I've got pimples, Niana, he's coming. It gives you
Mhm.
enough time to work on those pimples. It gives you enough time to work on yourself. It gives you,
Mm, mm, mm.
excuse me, it gives you enough time to just um ukuzithola wena. That's the way I want to find yourself. Exactly, Mina, what do I want, what do I love, and to just think, you and yourself. It gives you enough time for that. So that's the good part about a long distance relationships.
Mhm.
And man, it gives you, it's so peaceful. It's so peaceful. It gives a peaceful mind. Sometimes when I to single nyana, but someone
Mhm.
is there. Yes,
Yeah.
someone is there. And I don't know if I'll encourage somebody to be in a long distance relationship, but based on the points that I have counted, yeah, if you're that person, you love your space, you are very busy, you don't have enough time to go out, you don't have enough time for umuntu wakho, you don't have enough a long distance relationship. Vele ngiyamvumela umuntu.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, it is perfect on all those points, vele owabalile. It is a perfect thing, and there's always that part yokuthi, ngesizulu bathi induku enhle igawulwe ezizweni. It
Yes. Yes.
exactly. So I mean, it doesn't get quickly boring because ni from different parts you get to have
It
a lot of things
lasts.
that, yeah, you have a lot of things that you share that are of interest, of experiences and adventures in between yourselves. Yeah.
Yes, so I want to share the bad part of it, and it's very deep. It's very deep because me, I'm experiencing it. So it's very deep, woman of God. It's very deep because I know it. It's very deep. The bad
Mhm.
side of it is that you have to be. If you don't have patience, that you can't be in that relationship. You can't. If awukhona ukubekezela, you're one person or snapper just now and then, you can't be, because there will be a situation where you feel like, yeah, eish, ngathi ngingahamba ngaya manje
Mhm.
manje ngathi ngingafika and see what is happening. If you don't have a heart for it, don't enter a long distance relationship,
Yep.
because it takes a heart, um it takes patience, it takes love, it takes a big heart for one to be in a long distance relationship. And if you are not ready, you won't survive, because you want to, even my insecurities, Vele, stay away from it, because it will
Mm.
make you worse. You're going to be worse. Trust is the key.
Whoa.
When you're in a long distance
Very much.
relationship, trust is the key. And
Mhm.
lenders of assume assumptions, they don't work, because you end up hurting yourself, you end up being hurt, even because umuntu uyakhathala all the time. When you're with somebody and that person does not trust you, kuyakhathaza. So when you're
Mhm.
in a long distance relationship, you need to make sure you have a heart for it. You need to make sure ukuthi you're not this person uthanda. You're not this person who loves.
Mm.
If you love attention, long
It's not
distance
for you.
relationship, it's not for you. It's not for you,
Mm-mm.
because
Not for you.
and somebody is busy. You have to have this heart of trusting.
Mm.
Really, you have to trust. When somebody tells you, "Guti, my battery finished," you have to believe that
That's all you have.
you only have his word, or you only have her
Mm-hmm.
words. You have to believe her. If they tell you, "Good, hey, there's a strike," and they switch off again, like the woman of God disappeared, we have to believe that. Good, yeah, there was
It's a long
electricity.
distance relationship.
Understand? I mean, you have to believe. You just have to
Mm-hmm.
trust umuntu wakho and take a word for it. Ukuthi, yeah, she's doing
Mm-hmm.
that, or he's really doing that. Serious. If you have trust issues, oh my God, it's going to break. It's not for you. And it's nice, you find that you love somebody who's very far, and the only way is through a phone. But
Mm.
there are things that I want to warn our viewers out there, is that when you're in a long distance relationship, number one, it must not take long for you to see each other, because
Yeah.
it creates temptations. There are temptations out there. It
Mm-hmm.
creates you start fighting. You'll fight a lot because of frustration, because you
Yeah.
miss each other a lot. So you must not take long. And people who are in long distance relationship, really have to trust themselves, because you find yourself in a situation where what you are telling me, I have to take it, and I have to take it without any suspicions. Which, okay,
Mm-hmm.
he's telling me the truth. This is the truth. And what you need to do all the time, you need to send evidence. When you are saying I'm in a meeting, at
Yeah.
least take pictures or a voice note or something for
Mm-hmm.
me to be sure what really you're in a meeting, really you cannot talk. When you're in a long distance relationship, the only thing that works, or the only thing that keep it trust, is evidence. Whatever you
Yeah,
are doing,
that's true.
send it to your partner. If you are saying I have a meeting tomorrow at 11, let there be evidence. Good, here tomorrow the phone is going to be off from this time until that
Mm,
time. Let there be evidence. If you know good, you are going to be late, you make calls like you promise. Goes, okay, I'll call you at 11. You end up not calling up 11. Come back the moment you touch your phone. Make sure good you call this person. I'm back, so that it trust can be very strong. Even if you're not there, person will say, I know. So when he comes back, or when she comes back, she's going to call me. But
mm-hmm.
if you decide to keep quiet, if you decide you're this person who doesn't like to report, they say you have to report. It's not report per se. For me,
It's not. Mm-hmm.
you are trying to make a relationship work, because
Mm-hmm.
kumnandi ukuba in a relationship with somebody that trusts you. What
Yeah,
do you say,
that's
woman
true.
of God?
I agree with what you said, and just to add, I was gonna say that the one thing that's important in keeping a long distance relationship running is constantly building that trust. It's constantly building that
Yes,
trust. As you said, let there be habits that you develop that you don't break. Let it be known that in the morning there's a text that comes in the night without fail. Those little things that build up that trust, just to show that,
yes,
okay, I'm here. Because the texts and the phone calls, those are the things that remind me you are there. If those go
yes,
missing, then it means for me I'm single. It means that's it for me. There's nobody there. So you have to keep on doing that, because you have to understand that I don't know what you are doing now. You could be, you could not be doing anything wrong, but you could be hurt, and here I am, I don't know. They could
mm.
you could be needing help, but here I am, I don't know now. But if there is habits that you've built that let me know that, okay, this is not normal, then I know how to quickly react when I see something that is not normal. And also
Yes,
another challenge with a long distance relationship is the phone itself. Because you somehow, if you take long to meet, as you said, you get used to this phone relationship, this relationship where you choose when to answer. I choose when to text you back, I choose when to call you back. I choose whether I want to take your call or not. And now, when we are together here physically and the phone is out of action, sometimes that causes problems itself. Because now I realize, okay, this person likes to talk too much. And I'm not that kind of person. I don't want to be talking for the next hour.
yes, yes, yes,
You only realize then, because now the phone is no longer there. The phone was giving you control on how and when you want to answer, but now when a person is here, you can't say, okay, I'm gonna blue tick you for now, I'm gonna answer you in an hour or so.
imagine.
So that also can be a challenge as well. You have to remember that the person behind the screen is a human being. Once you are with them and the screen is removed, there's gonna be other things that are not gonna be the same anymore.
Ish.
Maybe when they send you a joke, you read it in a tone that's funny, but when they actually say it, you find it's no longer funny. You have to understand that there's no longer that barrier of a screen in between us. So we have to find a way to, learn about each other again outside of the screen. Those are the challenges that you meet. But if, as you said, if you are an attention loving person, or you have trust issues, it's definitely not for you, because you are gonna go crazy. You will find yourself dropping everything, traveling there or driving there or doing whatever, and you find that you've traveled or driven for absolutely nothing.
Yes,
You really
yes.
have a trusting heart. You really have to put aside everything else. But there's also red flags that you shouldn't ignore. If you feel that, okay, I kind of texted something that's important and I got ignored, and only got a response and hours later or a day later, such things, little things like that, those are some of the red flags. There are times that you can't get to the person, because I mean, social media and dating, sometimes you meet people that are not who they say they are. So you have to
That's
be
true.
very, very careful. You have to have your mind in it. That's why I said there has to be behaviors that become habits, so that okay, this is legit or not, they can keep up with this or not. Sometimes he talks to you only during the day. And so he
Eish,
doesn't talk. It doesn't matter whether you call or whatever that you do. It's like the number does not even exist when it's nighttime.
eish,
Those
eish,
are such red.
imagine.
Yeah, when it comes to the weekend, from Friday to Sunday, he's not talking to you. He only
Mm,
talks to you Monday morning. Ask yourself why. Those little things that you need to be careful of. Sometimes it's really nothing. Perhaps he's really busy over the weekends, but you have to really have a heart that's
communication.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. And also, now that you mentioned communication, you have to also learn how to communicate, because I can text something with good emotions and good feelings, maybe intend it as a joke, but when you read it on the other side, you hearing me loud shouting or being rude or whatever. So you really have to up your communication skills. You can't come back with just anger. You have to ask, what do you mean? Communication skills have to really be sharpened when the relationship is in long distance.
Yes, and another thing, woman of God, that I picked up when you were just talking is that
Mm-hmm.
your partner should not make you feel lonely. They should not
Mm,
make you feel like you are not in a relationship, because that's
mm-hmm.
where temptation comes in. Because
That's
you,
true.
when you are lonely, there's someone that is lonely too. They're looking for your
Mm,
attention, and when they find you in that time, that's when things begin to happen. That's when mistakes begin to take place. Um, let's see who's here. Annelise, yeah, says greetings, woman of God. Greetings,
hi,
woman of God. Thank
Annalisa.
you so much for joining. And then Bonyo, with the trust issues, that's me. Hey, Bonyo, then if it's trust issues, man, don't enter. It's not safe for you,
Trust
hey?
issues.
It's
Say
not safe.
no.
It's it's really not safe, because now it creates bitterness in a person,
Mm-hmm.
because when you enter the next relationship uqala ukufanisa ama what's this
Everything interfere with the
yeah, ukuthi
past.
now man, I know this, I know this event. Yeah,
Mm,
iyafana naleya before. I know this event. So don't enter if you're umuntu nje my trust issues don't. But trust issues, women of God, are not only for people who are in long distance relationship. Everybody has
everybody
that,
has them. Everybody has them.
especially when you've been in relationships before.
Mm-hmm.
Trust issues, man. Trust issues, they are there because you ufanisa occasions. This once happened. Maybe he's doing this now. Maybe he's avoiding me.
Mm,
Maybe he's that about maybe my name. But one thing that avoids about maybe, and I always say it, and I'm saying it again, communication. When you
yeah.
are able to communicate, when you are able to talk about everything, I will know about your whereabouts. I will know
Mm-hmm.
what you are doing now. I won't have time for assumptions. You won't open any platform for assumptions, because you are telling me I know everything about you. I know where you're going. I know your plans for tomorrow. I know almost everything. So there won't be any platform for me to start acting in a different way, or not trusting you, because you already told me ukuthi kuphi wenzani. So communication is very important. Communication is very important. If you are one person that does not like to talk, that does not like to report, that does not like to let your partner know about your whereabouts,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to have a serious problem. Don't enter that relationship, because it's not for you. And remember, woman of God, when we are entering relationship, one thing that you should know, ukuthi, you can either break this person or make this person.
Yeah.
Because if a person is broken, the magaya good next relationship uzolimala. That relationship is a struggle. It will only take a strong person. If that guy, maybe he's strong, or if that woman is strong enough
Mm-hmm.
ukuthi abambelele to tolerate your attitude or whatever
Mm.
izinto zanazo from a previous relationship. Yeah, it will take a lot. But one thing I would advise, if you know you're in a long distance relationship, don't keep keep the communication going. Make sure
It's
ukuthi
very
you talk
important.
as much
Mm.
as you can. The smaller yana chance you get, call your person. The smaller yana chance you get, make sure you ask the person, are you okay? Do we need to talk? Because if you don't talk to her, remember you are very far. They see her, and you
Hey.
are very far. Everyone wants her, everyone wants to talk to her, but because you don't give that space, you don't give that platform for those people to start having that, I don't know what to call it. So it won't happen. So it all depends on you. So if a person starts cheating, I put a blame on both partners, because actually the other partner, if a woman cheated, I put a blame on the other partner. Okay, what happened? Something happened there, because
Mm-hmm.
that chance wasn't going to be there. Uze ube lonely to a point where you start scrolling your phone. Okay, who can I get, man? Who can I talk to now? That is not good. That is not good.
Mm.
So if
Mm.
you're in a long distance relationship, make sure ukuthi you keep communicating nomuntu wakho. Make sure ukuthi you don't open space for other people to ukuthi bamthole.
Mm.
And
Mm.
sorry, sorry is very important when you're in a long distance relationship, because now and again you'll find yourself, because I'm doing wrong things and my partner doesn't like that, especially women. Tina, we emotional beings. Tina, we build things. Tina say ayakhi ndiphile manje,
Mm. Mm.
siphi yakhi imoto ihambe manje benamavili.
Yep.
That's how women are, because very thing, we are emotional beings. We build everything like that. If you start not picking my calls already, I've already built this yellow bone. I'm
I'm
created this
done.
yellow bone, Kevilicious. Already I am thinking, good, okay, now he is with her. Even if you were too busy, so the only thing that will help, evidence, woman of God. What do you say?
That's true. That is very true. Communication is key. It's very, very important. If I, like I said, if I don't know what you are doing now, and 5 hours later I still don't know what you are doing, 10 hours later I still don't, already the yellow bone is with you and everything, and I'm already casting my script how I'm gonna be ending things with you, because already in my mind a whole lot of scenarios
Yeah,
have
thank
played
creative
themselves.
already, and we are
Mhm.
very fast.
We do it very, very quickly. So especially if you break the norms, you break the norms, and it's without, or the reason you bring a reason that is weak. Like I forgot my phone at home the whole weekend. We were driving around and all those things, and I'm starting to think, okay, whilst you were driving around, you did not think to drive back home and get your phone so that you can let me know that you are with friends or whatever. Little things, they really matter to us. They really matter. Oh, I couldn't take your call because I was doing this and this and this, and let there be evidence of you doing this and that you could not pick my call. Because if you're not picking my
Assurance.
call, Mina, yes, already I'm thinking, oh, he's talking to somebody else, or vele vele he lives with somebody, that's why my call is not getting picked. So it's very, very important to communicate, as especially from the guys. With us women in a long distance relationship, it's very, very important to trust and to be secure. The little insecurities where there's always fights about, okay, why you pendulum or 2001 minang sending or 2000, those little things you need to trust. Okay, he went to the kitchen for that minute to get water to drink, and he came back and he texted. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Trust
yeah,
is
yeah.
very, very important. It's very, very crucial that we trust and communication. Those two work hand in
Yes,
hand
and
for a long distance relationship.
yes, and we need to keep promises. When you have said, I'll call you
Mm-hmm.
at 8,
Mm-hmm.
make sure it's 8. If it's not 8, send a text. If you cannot send a text, when you come back, make sure ukuthi ubane valid reasons ezwakalayo,
Mm. Mm.
Let me read. Ubongiwe uthi mina I build even I doubt stories shame if he did not pick small cause army. Yeah, but it's normal. It's not her alone. It's normal
It's very normal, even in a
for
even in a
us.
relationship that does not have distance.
It's normal, especially in our calls. Me, a woman of God, I'm very sensitive when coming to calls. If I call you, because I don't just call. First, I'll ask
Mm.
if you are busy, if you can you talk, and you don't respond. And well, maybe you said, okay, call me at 3, or I'll call you at 3. If you did not call me at 3, then come back and tell me, who's okay, I did not call because there was this. Don't make as if things are normal. You just come back, oh, hi, sasingene endabeni without, because let's fix that one. What happened
Mm-hmm.
exactly? So that
Mm.
it doesn't happen again. So yeah,
As I as
Bongiwe,
I
that
mentioned, that you have to remember that beyond that screen is a human being. It's a whole person like you. You know, they have feelings, they have thoughts, they are a human being. They live, you know. Don't look at it as okay, it's just a screen. No, it's somebody that's texting you back, that's calling you back, and they need explanations, just like a when you, if you are with them in person. So yeah, Bongiwe is right, you know, stories.
yeah, and the umuntu wenza story, when you lie, you have to maintain lies. You have to because you're going to
Mm-hmm.
forget. Tomorrow you're going to say, I went to a friend, and then the next thing, umnganami loyo, who did you visit exactly? I went to visit Wilfred. Okay, Wilfred, and then you come back, it's been ages ngingamboni Wilfred, and then I'm like, oh, okay, God, boy,
Exactly.
happy the same day. So amanga, like, honesty,
Mm,
you have to be honest as much as you can. Like,
mm-hmm.
just be transparent about everything, so that we can trust each other, and
Yes.
a way forward. And I like, I'm a long distance relationship. They last. I don't want to lie to you. They
Mm-hmm.
last. And in the ends with Allah, I can tell you, I can assure you, it's communication. Without communication,
Yep.
long distance relationship, they don't last.
No,
So, woman of
without
God,
communication, no.
yeah, woman of God, that's all that we have today for our friends, unless you want to add something.
No, I think we covered everything that is there to cover, unless they let us know that we missed something maybe. But yeah, I mean it's good to have something different. You never know where you're gonna meet your soulmate. So if they are far from you, you know, like I wanted to say when Bonyo was saying trust issues, sometimes you gotta challenge yourself and just see. Maybe you know you might go out there and find something that's worth you getting over your trust issues. You know,
Mm.
you just have to sometimes challenge yourself. If it's worth it, go ahead. I mean, it all relationships have a 50-50 chance of surviving anyways, so we can't say this one has a higher chance of not surviving because of the distance. No, if you put in the necessary work, it might go well. We have a lot of successful people that say we were long distance, and they, you know, they're happy now, they're together and they're happy, married, some of them for years, and everything is well. So sometimes you gotta challenge yourself. You never know what you might find on the other side, you know.
Ubongiwe says, I really need help with my trust issues. Ubongiwe, let me help you, darling. Number
Mm-hmm.
one, you need to work on yourself. You need to learn to let go. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you don't let go, when I say you need to learn to let go, I mean, if somebody has hurt you, or something that happened yesterday, let it go. Let it just pass. Let it
Mm-hmm.
go. Create self peace. You yourself create
Yeah.
peace within you first before you want somebody. Because you if you come into a relationship, you don't have peace, this person knows what because they know where to just press ukuthi wena
Mm-hmm.
overreacted, and when you have trust issues, believe me, marriage is it's very far, because nobody wants to be
Mm-hmm.
with somebody othanda uku-assume izinto, othanda ukwakha izinto all the times. So
Yeah.
you really need to work yourself. Trust, it's not easy, but the one thing that you need to do, you need to find peace. You need to find
Yeah.
peace.
Yeah. You
You
have
need to
to.
find, and not only you, your partner needs to help you. When you tell him, okay, I need you to tell me, um if you are coming back at 10, let it be 10. Let him help you by texting. If 10 o'clock, let him help you.
Mm,
Let him start texting. I am not coming back at 10. If that person needs, you need to speak to your partner. You know what? I have this problem. I noticed, man, I have trust issues, but it's not something in Kulu. I think iyala pega, and only the only person ongang Caesar to do that. And you tell him,
mm,
help me when you know Guti, you are going out with your friends, keep in contact. Don't
exactly.
disappear on me,
Mm,
because already I'm building up things. Or you
mm,
yourself, you need to relax. You need to
mm,
relax. You need to tell yourself, "Ukuthi umuntu wami uyangithanda. No matter what, this person loves me, and
yep.
this person will not cheat on me. Let me be
Mm-hmm,
free. Let
mm,
me be okay. Don't be this woman now. You're taking phone or you're texting now and again. We are texting. To me message I 15 in 2 minutes. Just because you are you won't have find peace even for yourself, because peace it makes you to relax. If you don't have peace, you won't relax. And another thing, you yourself, um you need to make sure nothing gets to you easily. When somebody has hurt you, like isuse very fast, take away negative things. Don't keep
mm,
negative stuff in you. If you see with this thing it's very negative, and you know yourself, you know what, I mean, I've got trust issues, I'm sick. Treat yourself as somebody that is sick and you are taking treatment. uh Treat somebody yourself like you are sick, you are taking treatment. When somebody has hurt you and you see lendele young parties, try not to talk about it. Try to just take it, any negative thing, just
push it
indlulise.
away.
Sitshele ukuthi, yes, sitshele ukuthi, you know what, I'm not going to dwell in this, but address the issue so that it
Yeah.
doesn't happen again. You don't keep
Mhm,
quiet, you address it. You tell, you did 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't like it. Can you not
mm,
repeat it next time? Can we not have this conversation? And you don't dwell in it, because you take it
yeah.
out. Don't expect a big reaction. Ukuthi umuntu azathi, "Hey, askisi man, yazi, I'm sorry, yesterday I forgot what." Say it without expecting anything, without expecting sorry, without expecting this person will understand you. And ushaye izandla Ubongiwe. Sibongiwe, uyasizakala because, yeah, as women,
We have to
yeah,
help. We
as
have to
women,
help each other. We have to.
we have to help each other, because amadoda acabanga ukuthi siyahlanya. They will tell you
That's
ukuthi,
true. That's very true.
women, they
We are
think
completely
ukuthi now we are
detached. They
crazy.
can't understand us and all these things. But it all lies in just communicating, as you were saying, Guyubongiwe, speak up, speak up, teach him how to help your trust. Be honest. You know what? I've got trust issues. So for me, if you don't explain when you are gonna go out, if you don't explain when you're not gonna call, if you don't explain, if you don't pick my calls, give me that. It just triggers other things, because if
Mm,
you carry on saying I've got trust issues and you don't work on them, you're gonna be always having trust issues, and they are gonna grow, because you're gonna be having trust issues here, and he leaves you, and then you say, you see, that's why I had trust issues, and you continue. And then another one, nobody, like you said, nobody wants to be with somebody ohlezi ayiphoyisa yena, ohlezi asola nje, ohlezi,
mm.
everything is questioned. No. Mm-mm. Learn to have peace within yourself. Firstly, tell yourself, affirm yourself, assure yourself, I deserve to be loved, and I am gonna find somebody who's gonna love me for who I am. It's not
Yes.
about me that those others did whatever that they did. It's not on me, it's on them. And that's how you begin to trust, because now you no longer trust somebody's words, but you trust yourself, you trust your value, you trust what you are worth.
Yeah, and another thing, you have to give yourself a chance. Hey, this is not going to happen
Mm,
overnight. Ukuthi, yeah, tomorrow so uvukile, you are strong, you no longer have trust issues. No, it's gonna take a while,
it's not.
and you're going to make mistakes along the way. But learn to forgive yourself and tell yourself, "Because I'm getting better. I did not do this in
Mm,
solo," and that's a sign. That's a sign because I'm
yeah.
getting there. I'm getting there, and obviously you'll get there. Yeah, she says yes,
Mm,
darling. Thanks for the advice. Yes, Bongiwe, we are glad if sikusizile, darling. You know what? And as you know, ekugcineni, they say behind every successful man, there's a woman. You have
Mm-hmm.
you have to be in that corner or in a
Mm.
situation where you find yourself, which you are building your man. But if you have
Yes.
trust issues, if you yourself awukhona ukubekezela unama
Re-
insecurities,
Tearing
you are
down.
not strong. How can you build a man? There won't be a successful man phambi kwakho because umdestroyile. That's why they say umfazi uya wenzani, woman of God,
Uyakwazi
uya
ukwakha
like.
abhidlize.
Yes, yes, ngezandla zakhe or ngomlomo wakhe, and that is so true. But we believe, and as children of God, God will help us. The Holy Spirit is always there to help us. Remember when Jesus left, when Jesus was leaving to heaven, he said, "I ain't order, but I'm leaving you with the Holy Spirit. He's going to teach you all things." He did not say he's going to teach you the word. He's going to teach you how to prophesy. He's going to teach you. He said he's going to teach you all things, and
Everything.
he's going to everything. If kuyakuhlula, tell Holy Spirit, Holy
Yeah.
Spirit, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit,
Yeah.
every time. Yes, make sure you work with him because he knows everything. He knows even your partner. He knows what he's thinking. He knows everything. So when you include him, when you involve him in your relationship, yes, I would say everything will be all right, all right. You won't have challenges because umuntu, and then we wake up every day, we change every day.
Mm.
Umuntu. Kuzobe
We grow.
umuntu namaphutha wakhe. We are not perfect, but one
Mm.
thing we need to do, we don't blame ourselves so much. We need to forgive ourselves. We need to give ourselves another chance. We need to applaud ourselves because you know what? I did good yesterday. I did not call. Ah, wow. What an achievement. Yes.
Yeah.
Mina ngisuyo loyo. Mina I send 50 texts. Vele nje in 5 minutes uzongibona kahle. Sometimes somebody
Mm-hmm.
will just come. I expect ukuthi, you know what, uzorasa. Just keep quiet. Hi honey, how was your
Mm.
day? Just be that person override. You
Yeah.
understand? But yeah, woman of God, we have sesikhulumile man, sesikhulumile a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Ufuna ukuthini to our viewers before sihamba?
Viewers, thank you so much first for kungolela. I believe that everybody ungolele. Thank you so much for that. It's been fun being with you guys. It's really, really fun. It's really, really eye-opening. We also get to learn. We also get to learn from your interactions from each other as well. So I really enjoyed being here. So thank you so much and for taking the time out of your Friday nights. Ukuthi nizosilalela sikhuluma. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me also, woman of God.
Wow, Ubonyo says, I think he knows that I have those issues because he's the one who invited me Goodly Life. Oh my God, that's so sweet. He loves
That is
you.
awesome.
Then
You
now you
see,
can tell. I'm telling you, then
this
this
man
person
wants
loves
to
you.
build out here. He really, really wants to build.
Yes, this person loves you and he wants you to work on that. Really, he wants you. One strong point I can tell you, Bongiwe, you know what? Find peace. Learn to let go, learn to forgive. In a relationship, we forgive 50,000 a day. We forgive.
Yo,
We
yo.
forgive. If you love somebody, learn to forgive, learn to let
Mm,
go.
mm.
Simple like that. Learn to let go. Nothing happened.
Letting go
Yes,
is the key.
I'm telling you, when someone is expecting you to be angry, you just smile,
Mm,
and you be
mm,
like, what happened manje kulo muntu lo? Because kahle kahle mina expect it. Just change, just
mm.
change. This person, it shows with this person loves you. This person loves you. Akafuni ukukuluza because
Yes.
of
Yeah.
trust issues.
Little things.
So you
Mm.
really need we grow from things. As very super perfect, we grow from things. We learn, we grow. Sindlule, we move to the next one. The next one you'll find out ukuthi now so uthanda kakhulu. Now you want to ask us ukuthi mara, how do I stop loving this person so much? And that's a nice problem, eh? That's a very nice
That's a
problem.
very nice problem to have.
Yeah, that's a very nice problem to have, you know. Or this person manongzana kakhulu mara ngimstop njani, you know, those
Mm,
problems that. But you as a woman learn to let go. If somebody said I'm doing this, learn to take their word. Learn to
mm,
take their word. Learn to trust no matter what, you know. And if this person, ish, you know what, woman of God, thank you so much for joining. And to tell you, Shem, she was not supposed to be here today because Uskwati Sile last week. She had to come in. She had to come in. She had to come in and join me. That was her punishment. Punish her for not coming in last week.
Hayi,
Sagulinda. We see
this is a very nice
she's coming.
punishment. This punishment
Oh,
nice.
it's a nice
Ifana
one.
naleyo yokuthanda kakhulu.
Yeah, and we were like, yo, she's coming, she's coming. Hey, she's not coming,
Ah,
she's coming,
brilliant.
she's not coming. We're like, oh my God. And we really wanted to hear you, eh? We really wanted you in the show, but you were not there. But thank you so much for coming in today, and we bless God. And thanks to everyone, and have a blessed night, and
Thank
sinitanda